Hey guys, welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. It is Tuesday morning. We went to Japan. Okay, we didn't go to Japan, but we talked a lot about Japanese Culture Con, which is coming to Dubai this weekend. The man who got fined 7,000 dirham for sending too many text messages. Yeah, that made me a little bit nervous too. Also, the King of the UK is coming to Dubai. We talked about COP28. And the UAE is now setting up a field hospital in Gaza to highlight its massive humanitarian involvement in the biggest tragedy that we've been faced in our time. Please take a listen. Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: the UAE will set up a field hospital in Gaza.
We'll also be talking about King Charles of the UK is coming to Dubai.
Then later on in the show, a man was fined 7,000 dirham for sending too many text messages.
And Japan Culture Con, an exciting exploration into Japanese culture, is coming to Dubai. So we'll be giving you the lowdown on all of that, and that hence explains the background.
Yes, it does. We're in Japan. Look at that. It feels like there's a breeze in the studio. It actually is very cold because this is Dubai office, which are just cold. But we are feeling the Japan vibes before we head to CultureCon this weekend. Guys, good morning to everyone tuning in. Before we jump into our top stories, I want to give you a quick shout out for an incredible competition we're going to have on our Lovin Abu Dhabi website. It's going live tomorrow, and you could win a 6-night, 7-day, all-inclusive trip to the Maldives.
Oh my God.
Except for flights. But the rest.
So for 6 nights, 7 days, all-inclusive?
2 resorts.
Oh my God, that's the dream.
That's the dream. And it's going live in Lovin Abu Dhabi tomorrow. Website, you need to just answer a simple question to get in the running. But I don't know about you, but feels like a dream prize. So I would get onto that, get messaging your friends, because the more times you enter, the better chance you have at winning.
Yeah, I'm just going to check on who I'll enter. Not going to ask my friends to register.
You know they can't win.
My friends?
Yeah. It's like there's T's and C's with organization competitions that friends and family. It's like my mum. She's like, great. I've got 5 email accounts. I'm gonna no, mom, you can't
register from all of them. No,
my poor mom, she can't win.
Oh.
She never gets anything. She says.
Has she never won a competition? Like, there are some people out there who win every single thing that they apply to. Even when we host competitions on our pages, right? And like we have this random random winner generator.
It picks out the same people sometimes. Yeah, it's so weird.
And it's like, you know, the stars are just shining upon them constantly.
I think sometimes with that is you find people literally enter 100 times.
Yeah.
So like the odds are ever in your favor. It's on the Instagram account ones.
Okay, I used to do that in high school, and when I was in college, just go on different publications and like enter the competitions a gazillion times. It didn't work for me. Never worked for me.
No. So and Chai in our office is like a lucky egg. He seems to win everything. We have someone in our office who's not allowed to enter competitions anymore because he's won so many times.
Nobody deserves it. He deserves everything.
Everyone deserves it.
No, Chai deserves it. He's so hardworking and so smart.
Everyone is hardworking.
No, but he's like.
And if he's super smart, maybe give someone who's not so smart. Give them a go.
No, Casey, Chai deserves it. But definitely get tagging and tag someone you think deserves this trip.
And enter it on Lovin Abu Dhabi website tomorrow when it goes live. We're super excited about this one. We're going to make someone's dreams come true. Let's jump into our top story today. The UAE will set up a field hospital in Gaza under the directives of President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. A comprehensive Emirati field hospital will be established in the Gaza Strip to deliver essential medical support to Palestinians. On Monday, 5 aircraft departed from Abu Dhabi International Airport carrying the necessary equipment and supplies for this hospital. The cargo will be unloaded at Al Arish Airport, which is in Egypt, before being transferred to the Gaza Strip via open channels.
So the field hospital with a 150-bed capacity is said to be established in multiple stages. It will encompass departments for general surgery, orthopedics, pediatrics, and gynecology. In addition to anesthesia and intensive care units catering to both children and adults, the facility will also house clinics for internal medicine, dentistry, psychiatry, and family medicine. Supplementary services will include CT imaging, a laboratory, a pharmacy, and other medical support functions.
This major initiative reflects the UAE's historic stance of support and solidarity with the Palestinian people. particularly in light of the circumstances currently being faced since October 7th. The latest death toll stands at 10,000 Palestinians in relentless bombing by the Israeli army. More than 25,000 people have been wounded.
So, as the conflict intensifies in Gaza with risk of spillover to the wider region, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Monday underlined the need to support a $1.2 billion humanitarian appeal to help nearly 3 million people across the occupied Palestinian territory. Our thoughts and prayers are constantly with those affected at this time.
Let's jump into our next story. We're talking about COP28 and a major announcement that came out a couple of days ago about one VIP guest.
Okay. So the king of the UK is coming to Dubai. Buckingham Palace declared last week that King Charles III will deliver the opening address at COP28 Climate Summit in Dubai. COP28 is just around the corner, and King Charles III is scheduled to deliver the inaugural speech at COP28 Climate Summit in the city, as confirmed by Buckingham Palace. And during the opening ceremony on December 1st, the monarch will address global leaders, and following his speech, he plans to engage in discussions with regional leaders. The invitation to participate in COP28 was extended to the king by President Sheikh Mohammed himself, recognizing his prominent environmental advocacy.
Which is so, it's one of his big part of his agenda. And he also, by the way, previously spoke at COP26 and COP21 while he was still a prince. He gave the opening speech at COP26 in Glasgow in 2021 and COP21 in Paris in 2015. His absence from COP27 last year was to a prior engagement made during the time, and then Liz Truss, member of the parliament at that time, she held the position of prime minister despite widespread reports that the monarch had expressed a desire to physically be present at that event.
So US President Joe Biden is unlikely to attend the Dubai COP. And according to Reuters, Biden's attendance at COP28 appears doubtful, as indicated by information provided by 2 US officials and a source briefed on the event's preparations. It's worth noting that Biden's schedule is still subject to change and has not been confirmed as official until formally announced. The individuals emphasize that a final decision has not yet been reached.
On the other hand, another guest, Pope Francis, will be attending the conference. This is huge in response to an invitation from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the UAE. His Holiness Pope Francis has confirmed his upcoming visit to Dubai from December 1 to 3, 2023, coinciding with COP28.
So with a just doing a quick Google search, you can see that King Charles is known as the Green King because of his just commitment to the environment, and he's a massive environmentalist. He has a long-standing history with campaigning for better conservation, organic farming. So it's a great pick for him to come and just have that inaugural speech for the event. That is so massive, and we've been talking about it for months and months now.
It's so true. He's championed sustainability for such a long time. He actually created a town in the UK called Poundbury. It's in Dorchester, and it's leaning towards sustainable living. As you mentioned, he's huge on organic farming, which is so important. Sustainable ways for people to live off the environment. So yeah, him coming is massive for COP28, along with His Holiness Pope Francis. It just means bigger attention to COP28, which is basically what it needs. It needs eyeballs for change to happen, and having these big names coming through gets the eyeballs. And of course, he'll be doing the opening speech to highlight his important attendance at the event.
I mean, we don't even need to say it or stress on it. Like, we can feel it every single day, global warming, right? Like, it's like a pressing concern. And COP28 is going to be just tackling all of those conversations. It's going to be creating a massive influence in the, like, we know the royals have a big influence. So him coming is just going to set precedent for everyone, like in the city, back in the UK, just pressing everyone to make a change.
And who knows, maybe he's going to be impressed by Dubai and all of the sustainable initiatives that we've got going on and everything in Dubai in general, and he'll take some tips back to the UK. Okay. No, but I think anyone... No shade. No, anyone, I think, coming to the UAE, we say this, take tips out of the leader. Like, there's so many incredible initiatives in the UAE that people could learn from.
In Dubai, people are very reliant to cars. in the UK, I think in Europe in general, it's like more public transportation, more tube. That is more of the norm. Like over here, if you see someone walking 3 blocks, you're just going to be like, oh, this person doesn't have a car. You know, it's not a norm here.
I think, though, it's because the incredible transport network that we have, clean, efficient, on time, but it only hits certain parts. And there's so many residential communities that aren't hitting, for example, the metro. However, hopefully with the announcement of the new blue line, it'll become more accessible. Because for me, I drive because there's no bus or RTA option. I'm much rather taking public transport. If I could walk somewhere and get on, if walking was part of my journey, and a quick metro like that, I think that's a much easier, sustainable way to go about your life. Like would rather not. However, it's not. I'm a 10-minute drive to work. Could I walk?
I don't know if your parents ever did this, but like my parents, right? Like they used to drop me and my sisters to university, pick us back, drop us to school, pick us back. And every day on the commute, my mom would just be like, you kids have no idea how privileged you are. When we were back in school, we had to walk it down from blocks and, you know, like the walking, the busing, the waiting in the bus lines at bus stops. Like they would really press it on us that Dubai's culture is very different to what they grew up with. I don't know if it's the same with you, because European culture is quite similar, right? Like you would take the bus, you would take the subway.
I don't really have so I went to a boarding school in secondary school, and in primary school I lived in the middle of the countryside. So the bus experience that I had for a year or two, because it wasn't well serviced, was like standing on a country lane for like a bus that would be late for 20 minutes, hopping on the bus. It wasn't that busy. It was quite cute, actually. My best like music memories are because the bus driver used to play like rock and roll back in the day, like going to the chapel, like really old school songs. Yeah, it's great.
That's such a vibe. And I know in Europe you go like cycling, and that's a whole thing.
It depends where you live. I think everyone has different experiences depending on the school they go to and where they're living.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, Dubai is also becoming more cycle friendly, and I think that's one of the markers as we move towards being. Actually, there's a new report in the last day in terms of cities that people want to move to, and Dubai has once again topped other cities in the world. But one of the things that I think
surprise.
Not always do we top every list, but one of the things that I think people do really love is being able to cycle to work, being able to walk to work, and we're not as pedestrian friendly as we could be, but in part of the 2040 Urban Master Plan, it's one of the big goals.
Yes, as we need it and as we should go there.
Quickly, we should go there. We're going. Jumping into our next story, I'd love to get your thoughts on this one. A man was fined 7K for sending too many social media messages. Yes, he was. Abu Dhabi court orders a man to pay 7,000 dirham for sending too many social media messages. This is in relation to another court story when an Abu Dhabi plaintiff won a lawsuit amounting to 30K. The defendant in that lawsuit bombarded him with messages on social media. So they were already involved in a court case. One guy loses, and as a result of that, he starts harassing this guy with messages.
Oh my God, that is extremely pestering and annoying. So he lost the case, and then he started to harass. The social media harassment only provoked the plaintiff to sue him a second time, adding another hefty 7,000 dirhams to his bill.
So harassment is cause for a legal. There's a court for it.
Yeah.
I'd love to know how many messages were sent. I was never a big.
You can only imagine, like someone in their situation. I don't after losing and not being able to take that kind of take that blow. It's like the way someone can react, and the reaction could be quite aggressive. So it must have come out in this medium.
Have you ever been upset enough, for example, in a relationship, that you would send a lot of messages?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, 100%.
Hey, like maybe they haven't seen it.
Have you?
I'd say back in the day.
Back in the days, then you grow up, right? And then you're just like, it's not even worth it.
But those things where you'd be checking your phone all the time to see if someone had responded.
Yeah.
I think I would hold back from sending 100 messages. I was never like that. However, you would be constantly thinking, is This is before harassment. Is this person aware that I've sent the message? Let me just send another one. Let me just check.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when I don't know, like so many circumstances, it's different. Like when you're trying to really convey a message across and you feel like the only way doing that is bombarding them with messages. But okay, putting that aside, in this case specifically, it's just great knowing that the UAE has laws and punishments and something in place for any and all crimes. Because in other countries, like imagine, like it's something so small that I'm getting constantly harassed on WhatsApp and I'm getting all these messages, and still he won the case, right? He was able to sue him for this amount. In other countries, it doesn't happen as such. Like even a massive case, like the biggest corruption case, can take years and years and years to clear off. So, like, you know, something small as this would not even be considered by the court.
So true. Well put. And shout out to Abu Dhabi court for making this man's life a lot easier. It's 8:50 on a Tuesday morning, guys. We're going to Japan in Burj Park this weekend. Join us for Japan Culture Con. And next up, we're going to have an exciting exploration into what that means as Japanese culture descends on Dubai. Please stay tuned for our next interview. Hey guys, welcome back to Lovin Dubai Show. Experience the fascinating world of Japanese culture with Japan Culture Con, which is a thrilling 3-day exploration of authentic Japanese culture, lifestyle and cuisine happening from November 10th to 12th at Burj Park. Here to tell us why this event is so exciting, we're joined by Mr. Kisaku Nishida, CEO of Westfield Event Management, Mr. Kochi Sato, event organizer, and also we'll be joined by an interpreter to get us through the interview, Mrs. Kasaki Tanaka. Welcome to the show. Thank you all for being here.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I really appreciate your time. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. So, can you tell us what is Japan Culture Con?
はい、まずジャパンカルチャーコンとは何かを教えてください。
ジャパンカルチャーコンとは日本人にしかできない日本人にできることをドバイから世界に、広げていくという目的で開催することになりました。
Yes, Japan Culture Con has the main purpose that what is the only Japanese can do and what is the only Japanese can express. And this is the main purpose, and he wants to express the whole Japan culture to the world.
And which particular aspect, say for example, the artists, who will be performing at Japan Culture Con?
どのようなアーティストがパフォーマンスをしますか？
はい、そうですね。今回、日本からすごい素敵なアーティストたちが集まってくれて、太鼓と三味線の日本で唯一の二刀流奏者ですね。三味線も太鼓も日本で全国優勝して、そして文化遺産などでも、演奏されている木村さんという方がですね、わざわざ当該で演奏してくださるということと、あとは日本で人気アーティストの、クレイジーケンバンドというバンドがいるんですけども、そこの横山健さんという方、その他にもアニメ、コナンとかドラゴンボールとかドバイでも結構流れてるんですよね。
そうですね。
はい、そういったアニメの、主題歌を歌っているアーティストだったり、その他、アイドルだったり、日本の伝統文化、さまざまな方々が出演をしてくださります。ちなみに僕も出ます。侍として。はい。
はい。First of all, we will invite one of the most famous shamisen and Japanese drum artist named Mr. Yoshiyuki Kimura, who got main gold prizes, lots of prizes in the national competition, and as well as a world competition for the musical band. And also we will invite the Japanese famous singer named Mr. Ken Yokoyama, who is belonging to the Crazy Ken band, which is also one of the most famous band in Japan. And also we will invite the lots of anime singers. And maybe here in Dubai also we can listen to lots of anime music coming from like a Detective Conan or some Dragon Ball or something. And also this Mr. Koichi Sato himself will be on the stage as a Japanese sword artist.
Wow. It's amazing. So if you're interested in anime or arts, and actually we're going to have two artists coming tomorrow on the show to do a performance, which we're super excited for. But which aspect do you think people new to Japan culture will be most excited for?
このイベントの一番の目玉を教えてください。
多分ドバイで見たことないような日本人の数の多さが一番の目玉ではないかと思っています。
He thinks this is the highlight of this event that many Japanese will be gathering in one place at one time in Dubai.
Cool.
総勢200人から300人ぐらいの日本人が来られるというふうに思っております。
We expect there will be around 200 to 300 Japanese is coming.
What is the Japanese expat population like in Dubai? Is there a big kind of vibrant scene?
Sorry.
What's the Japanese expat culture like in Dubai?
Expat culture in Dubai.
For Japanese people?
Like a good culture or some popular culture in Dubai.
Are there many Japanese people who live in Dubai? Or why is it important to bring this event to Dubai?
このイベントをドバイでやる意味は何だと思いますか？
そうですね、世界中の人たちがいるところでこの日本というものをやることで、世界中回って日本を表現するよりもこのドバイでやることによって、世界中に日本を宣伝できると思っております。
Yeah, we can see some Japanese in Dubai also. But the most important thing for us is express our real Japanese spirit and our Japanese culture and tradition from Dubai to the world, because Dubai is the place which is the one of the like a best developing place for now in the world.
Very interesting. And very finally, before you leave us personally, what are you looking forward to most from the event?
個人的にイベントでおすすめのコンテンツを教えてください。
私が最も、皆さんに一番見ていただきたいイベントは、アニメソングとコスプレだと思います。
So for CEO Mr. Keisaku Nishida, his recommended content is the anime singers and cosplayers. Yes.
我々若者、日本の若者って本当の日本の伝統文化に触れることが減ってきてるんですね。で、このイベントを通して僕ら日本人も改めて日本の文化を取り戻すというか、日本の文化に触れるということで、お茶のブースだったり、飲食ブースだったり、ぜひ世界の方々に楽しんでいただければなと思います。
So for the organizer, Mr. Koichi Sato, his recommended contents is like a tea house or some traditional Japanese contents area for both, not only for foreigners in Dubai, but also our Japanese to remember and recall our original Japanese culture.
Wow, so interesting. There's going to be so much happening. If Japan has ever been on your bucket list, I know it's on mine. Make sure you get down to Burj Park from the 10th to the 12th of November. And also join us tomorrow in the show. We're going to have exclusive performances from performers at the event. I appreciate your time so much. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Guys, that is all we have time for on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Goodbye from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.